So we've made it to the month of February. We are 1/12 of the way through 2021, or 2022.0 as I call it. I picked a few things up this month, so let's talk about it. Hey, Sean Chandler here, ready for another haul video. If you don't know, I started this new channel, Sean Chandler Plus, basically because I wanted to be able to have a place to talk about more things without having to worry about YouTube algorithms as well as slick editing. On my channel, there's certain content that I do that I know is going to be big, gigantic hit content, and a bunch of other stuff I want to talk about or that more kind of niche audiences are interested in. But if enough people don't click on your videos enough times when they're recommended, YouTube stops recommending your videos.
No way!
And so doing more niche content hurts my mainstream content. So I thought, what if I just kind of had two different channels for those different groups of content so I can talk about more things without having to worry about it. Hence this other channel. It's new, it's an experiment. I'm still figuring it out as I go along. And I don't even know which videos will end up where yet, because it's less than a month old. So I'm experimenting with putting my haul videos over here as they are a little bit kind of more niche on my channel. With that said, let's get started.
Groovy.
And I have several different categories of stuff for this month with the way that it worked out. Gonna kick off with just the stuff that I traditionally purchased this month. The first one, and this one's a real heartbreaker, I bought the James Bond collection. So we've been waiting for No Time to Die to come out for quite a while now. I started watching through all of the Bond movies in December of 2019, so 14 months ago. And since then, the movie's been delayed, was that 7,000 times.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
And the archive of older movies have shuffled around between the different streaming services. So I went to go and watch Dr. No, and I watched Dr. No, preparing for this movie that's supposed to come out in just a couple months. Watched Dr. No, and then a couple days later I go to watch the second one, and in the 2 days, the streaming stuff shifted again, and so from Russia with Love wasn't there, and Dr. No wasn't there anymore. And it's like, okay, I'm not going to do this game. They're the James Bond movies. I can do this. So went out and finally made the purchase of the whole collection. I already own all of the ones from Daniel Craig, but I didn't have the ones for the other ones. And so the cheapest way to get them was to kind of go with this. So I've got duplicates of a bunch of stuff now, unfortunately. And even some people through fan mail sent me some of the Daniel Craig ones. That's unfortunate the way that works out, but it was just, I had to get those old ones. So I purchased this to watch from Russia with Love, and by the time this gets to me, the movie's been delayed again.
Oops!
so there you go. So it's not even opened because I have a bunch more time before I need to start watching these again. And so I'll probably end up having to rewatch Dr. No once again in anticipation. So normally I watch a movie one time in preparation for a ranking. In the case of Dr. No, in this ranking, it'll have watched it 3 times in prep for my James Bond ranking. Next up is The Gentleman, movie I really dug from last year, kind of a Guy Ritchie return to form. And I really dug it when it came out a year ago. And my wife was interested in seeing it, but then I don't know if she mentioned that to me, but somewhere along the way the trailer ran, she's like, oh, I want to see that. I was like, I'd love to rewatch it. So ordered this one, checked it out, and I still really dug it. Then we have Love and Monsters. If you checked out my top 10 video from last year, this was my #1 movie of the year last year. I hadn't seen the trailer before I watched the movie. I only watched it kind of because people kept asking me what, you should check this one out. You should check this one out. I was like, fine, I'll rent a movie for $20 to review it. And it turned out to be my favorite movie of the year. My wife loved it.
Excellent.
And then the part that made me mad is that then Universal being very greedy, or is it Paramount? Yeah, Paramount. Paramount being very greedy people, Universal doing the same stuff, they claimed my review of their movie. I did this review where I'm just giving this glowing review of their film, and they claimed it. And so then I paid $20 to review their movie, and then they took all the money that I made off of the review. Thanks, Paramount. That's not shady, suspicious at all. And then they got $20 more from me when I bought their movie. So $40 for me to review their movie and tell everyone to go see it. I paid for that privilege. Though, of course, I love the movie. It's frustrating because it's you want to support filmmakers, actors, things like that. And then you have studios just doing really shady stuff. It's like, when I talk about Love and Monsters, I want to be like, I love this movie. Paramount sucks. They're awful. Other thing I purchased in the month, I saw this one on the Amazon, and it's a Dundee. That was, I immediately was like, okay, doesn't matter the cost, gotta buy that. And I bought a Dundee Funko, which is pretty cool.
Does this guy know how to party or what?
All right, from there, we got a variety of other stuff that kind of came in. First one is from my workout partners. Here I am! Christopher Nolan's Following Criterion Collection. And basically, my workout partners got this for me for my birthday. My birthday's not in January, it's not in December, it's actually in November, but the way the universe played out and with COVID and everything like that, everyone's not at all the workouts, and then I haven't made it for a little bit. And so then it turned into, even though I've seen all the guys in the group, the Blu-ray took 2 months to get to me for my birthday. So finally, 2 months later, my birthday present right from my workout partners. So it's like the Christopher Nolan approved Criterion Collection for Following, his first film, that all the remastering and everything to make it so you can actually hear the audio, improve the quality of everything. So I haven't been able to watch it because I just got it in the last couple of weeks, but very much appreciated. It was like it fully came about from one of the guys actually watching one of my videos, hearing my criticism. He's like, oh yeah, they actually fixed that with the Criterion Blu-ray. What'd you watch? I was like, I watched whatever streaming version I could find. He's like, there's a better version. And that was the context that was pretty cool. And so, anyway, there's actually another cool one that'll come out in some of the stuff, so I'm paying attention. Next up, Christmas presents, actually. These aren't from January. These are actually these are leftovers from 2020, from Christmas. Actually, I put out a video about the video games from 2020 that I played and ranked them. And it's like mostly like a terrible list of games. And I have Ghost of Tsushima, but I haven't played it yet. I've just been so busy ever since the Disney Investor Meeting Day, which is like December 10th. They announced all their new shows, and since then, I've kind of been a big, gigantic sprint. And then the last little bit, my wife has been sick with COVID. She's fine, nothing to worry about, but she's been sick, so it's just been weird. So I barely played any video games, even though I have this very cool one from last year that I've only heard fantastic things about. And then, likewise, I got Red Dead Redemption 2, a game I've been meaning to play for a very long time, and it just hasn't happened. And I didn't play the first game either, so I've wanted to. I enjoyed the Grand Theft Auto games, so I'm pretty sure I'm really going to like this one, and it just hadn't happened yet. So finally have that one picked up. Okay. Next up, got a couple of movies in my fan mail. First one on here, pretty cool, is that I did a couple of videos on where it came out that I haven't seen It's a Wonderful Life. One of them was a Christmas video on Griffin Schiller, Film Speak, my partner on my podcast. We did a video together on Christmas movies you must watch, and he's like listed this one as one of his top 5, and I was like, I've never seen it before. Someone was paying attention, saw that, and they went, that needs to be fixed. That's one of the great movies of all time. And so they sent me, and it's like the fancy steelbook, 4K, beautiful artwork. So it's an amazing version of it, so that in the year 2021, finally, I will fix the problem of having not seen It's a Wonderful Life. Next up, I got a fan mail. They sent me Jack Reacher. If you don't know Jack Reacher, there's two of them. Second one's real forgettable, but the first one is from Christopher McQuarrie. Christopher McQuarrie is the guy that did the last 2 Mission Impossible movies and is doing the next 2 Mission Impossible movies. And Jack Reacher stars Tom Cruise, so you can put it together. Basically, Tom Cruise went, I really like this Christopher McQuarrie guy. How about you do my Mission Impossible movie? So this is the first of their team-ups where they started kind of doing all this stuff together. And so it's just a real nice thriller based off a series of books that I think I've listened to a couple of them from back when I was a truck driver guy. And that was one of the ones I checked out. Actually, I watched the movies and I was like, oh, I should check out some of these books. So very cool. I don't own the movie. I need to rewatch it. And actually, whenever... actually, as I'm thinking out loud, I've been trying to plan out the rest of the year what's the good videos that I can do. A Christopher McQuarrie ranking could be a fun one, so that even ties into some future plans. Final thing on here, this is kind of a fun one in a kind of a weird kind of way, but the PR people for the movie Greenland sent me some Greenland swag, including the Blu-ray for the film. And this is the first time a studio's ever done that. I get invited to press screenings, but I've never had them send me a Blu-ray before. And so I opened the package, and there was the movie right in there. And then there's also these official Greenland wipes.
Wow, that was weird.
So if the world is ending, going to be destroyed, I can at least have clean hands when it gets destroyed if I'm not able to make it to Greenland in time. But anyway, so this is a movie from Rick Roman Waugh. If you don't know, the first ever kind of PR interview I ever got to do was with Rick Roman Waugh when he did his previous movie with Jerry Butler when they did Angel Has Fallen back in 2019. So that was pretty cool that got to interview him. And then they have a new movie coming out. I think this one's quite a bit better than Angel Has Fallen. It's a really good thriller about kind of the end of the world and this family trying to save themselves and everything. And I hadn't even seen a trailer before I watched it, and I snuck it in just before the end of the year to do my final kind of ranking, and it made it into the top 20. Some of my favorite movies of last year. We've seen the premise a little bit before, but it just delivers on it. It kind of finds all the right conflicts all along the way that kind of feel believable. And then, not everyone is a psycho. Some people are, though. And so you kind of get all the different ways people would respond to this end of the world scenario. And I really, really dug the movie Greenland. And as you can see, it's coming out on Blu-ray, I think this Tuesday. So I would recommend checking it out. Like I said, it's in my top 20 of last year. It's unfortunate that theaters aren't really open. People aren't really going to theaters. So the movie didn't really get noticed all that much. So hopefully you can check it out and more people can talk about that movie. There you have it. That's what I got in the month. There we go. And then these ones right over here. That's my pickups for the first month of 2020 2.0 or 2021. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you picked up down below in the comment section, and I'll see you next month. Actually, you'll probably watch a video before next month. I didn't say it as if I only put out one video per month, or you only watch one video per month. So I'll be back for another one of these hauls probably a month from now, assuming I pick some stuff up. Or I'll see you in the next video.